particularly, I already break horses with her so that I'm not running around him so long. But, you know, you can get your horse so used to things and getting them, whipping things around. I've been with people on trail rides, and, you know, if you even raise your hand, something happens. You understand? If you raise your hands with your horse, something happens. But this horse in particular, I got her doing different movements, all the things that I really need. I can strike other horses from afar. I can pop my whip around. And I can twist. I can throw a rope off of her. And then I can stop her, and she'll be all right. Nothing seems to bother her. It's not trickery, but it's getting along with your horse. Here it is. I'm in charge of this horse. This is what I wanted to do today. I wanted to get this thing. I'm the 51%. The 49% is doing what she did. If she froze or ran off or did something, she's not supplying her 41 or 49% doing the things that we need to do. Now, all horses can be like this. Somebody asked how old they are. A lot of people say that, well, they've got to be 10 years old, 12 years old. They're young at 4 years old, but they can know this stuff also. And they can be just as good, but inexperienced. Now, the inexperienced cow horse are the ones that go out long, in the long area, and do all the work. Now, the more experienced ones, they keep kind of, because they've already kind of done their job with their horses. But anybody can establish what I have with this horse. It's done out of a soft field. It's done being careful with the horse. It's done with the thought in the mind of the horse, not myself. Not my total intention to force him, but to ask him what I need to do for the next step on him. You know, I've been complimented because she's so calm. Well, this is really the first time I brought her in this kind of situation. I cannot sack this horse out, or what they call desensitizing this horse to everything there is out there. But what I start teaching them to do is start recognizing things a little bit and start how to react to something different. When I can teach them how to react to something different, they're unlike us. They're not like humans where they can rationalize something. They've got a panic mode, you know, they've got a flight mode, they've got a scared mode. But if you can get them to start reacting the same to different situations, then you got your thing pretty good. Then you can use them wherever you like to and however you like to. So on this particular horse, I'd like to show you what the availability. I'm going to bring another horse out just a little bit later that's not as experienced, and I'm going to work the face and the different areas so that you can kind of see the difference. But people all the time ask me, when I start a horse, when I get a horse started, do I do something in particular to one horse or the other, or if it's a stallion or if it's a mare, and I don't do anything particularly different. I treat them all the same and equally, and what I do to them, like even when I put a saddle on them, I saddle them the same way a colt. The very first time I saddle them, when I sling that saddle over until I retire them, whenever I let them back into the corral just to be retired. I don't change that up at all. I see people get all quiet sometimes and sneak up on their horse and things like that. But they get suspicious when you do those type of things, when you sneak up. None of us like to be snuck up on. Now, has this horse ever got scared or spooked? Yes. What's an unrealistic situation is to have a horse thinking they're never going to be afraid of anything. That's an unfair thing to do to us because there are things that startle us also or get our blood pumping. So it's unfair to ask a horse to do that also. So the Spanish Vaquero Horsemanship really strives into getting to be with your horse. And like I told you earlier, this horse was really a troubled horse, that she was worried about everything that went on around. And as you can see, she has been changed, and it's been changed in a short mind. You know, you get troubled horses where they're afraid of everything, or they go to bucking, or they go to bad situations, and that happens because the people that are on them, they just don't trust them for one reason or another. When the trust becomes good, then everything evens out with them. I want to show you some one-handedness on these horses. I want to walk in a circle and I want to achieve something. Us vaqueros, we like whips. I want to whip at each stage or anywhere I want to go. The original herd chaser was not a rope. It was actually a staff that they used to chase cattle around with. So when they move the cows easy and they got them going. I think I'll demonstrate that right now. And I'm going to turn my speaker off just a little bit. And then, Leo, if you would open that door for me. And I'm just going to move them around in a circle, okay? I'm just going to move those cows. Can you guys hear from right there? I just want to move these guys in a circle and get them moved around with a horse in here and get these guys where they're working both sides. And I can turn my cows around. As you can see how I can manipulate my horse to do a cow working job. Cowboys, vaqueros, we want to get our cows trained from our horses. And we don't want our horses afraid at all. We don't want our horses afraid. I don't know if you can hear me or not. That thing, that works. And we want to move them quietly, so there's no rushing. What vaqueros don't like is they don't like people slamming cattle and things like that. They want to move. And eventually you can load them up into a truck or do whatever you need to do with them. Stop here. And I'm doing all these kind of maneuvers with my horse that I would do at a trail ride or any place else on my horse. And as you can see, she's calm and really relaxed. AJ, what time is that?
11:30.
Oh, it is. Okay, I'm going over a little bit here. So, when you get your horse stuff done, keep in mind that you want to move your horse in all kinds of directions as to what you want to do with your cows. And you can push them around. Then you can even separate your cows. Just open that back up. Go back out.
Do the saddle bra.
So what I want to emphasize with you guys that are riding horses and doing horses is that when you give them a job of any sort, they become easy for you, and they do things that you should do on your feet with your horse. Backing up. Nicely. Moving over. Nicely. Walking out.
I can't walk out.
Stop.
Stop.
Back up. Pull over.
I can get
In that direction.
I can get the turns.
Try to get everything that you need to from the horse.
Everything but before. Exactly. But at least get the horse to back up. Not many people can do that. Like at first, you know, like
Either
the horse to
direction.
back up is pretty hard.
Get a little bit of secret, start sitting and hurting just a little bit. All right. So this Vaquero Horsemanship is something that has been long lasting ever since 1992. So it's nothing new, but it is the original horse that's developed, and eventually what it becomes a cowboy. It's a kind of a lost art to do with your horse this good, but things are what they are with these horses, and you know, when you love your horse, when you do good to your horse, and you keep your horse intact with you, thing for you. We've got another horse gentleman coming up next, Ty. He does a lot of rodeo stuff, and so he'll be talking a little bit more to you about horses. On my next show, I'll be having a little horse that's a little bit more ranked. I'm going to use some Spanish stuff to get him or her where she needs to be and quiet, get her bending her head and things like that. And so I welcome you back to kind of see what's going on there. Okay? Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Fantastic.
Thank you.